Why walk when you're a composer? Beethoven used to walk all the time. Big hero of mine, Beethoven. He used to go for a walk regularly, do a bit of composing in the morning, make himself a cup of coffee with 60 beans, and go for a walk. Now, I imagine he was particularly perturbed when his hearing went, because when I hear the birds around here, all the rhythms that they make and all the sounds that they make are absolutely fantastic. You can kind of think, oh, I've just got a new idea for a piece of music here straight away. It might be bup-ba-dup, or it might be bup-ba-ba-dup-ba-dup. We're on the South Downs, and on the South Downs, we've got the South Downs way down here. Actually, it's the Malling Down in Lewes, and we've got the dog here. Yes, you're a sweetheart, aren't you? And you're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're my sweetheart. No wonder he got really upset when he lost his hearing, but such a great musician wasn't going to stop him. He was determined. So this is a really beautiful walk. I'm just going to show you the fields here. So that's the fields of Sussex down there. They're pretty good. There's some stuff being gathered in there right away. Walking, nature, composing, creating. Yes, what can we say about AI when it comes to composing? Dang, it's starting to take over, isn't it? But not from us, because we're real musicians, aren't we? Just going to get back to the house and get round to the piano. Oh, we're on. Good. Well, today I'm going to talk about some pieces of music rather than hold a load of paper up in front of you. This is a piece that I wrote years ago. It's called The Courage of Wallace. It's William Wallace. Being Scottish, of course, I was born in Stirling in the Raploch, which was like right across the river from where William Wallace defeated the English in 1297. It's a long time ago, isn't it? So I had this idea that I would write a piece of music like ABBA did. ABBA did this piece called Arrival, which was kind of cool, but it just had like the keyboard on it. It's from the Arrival album, actually, and all those years ago I was thinking, what a cheap song. But I guess it's Sabbath, so they can do what they like, can't they? And it's actually a good song, for other reasons, because I think the keyboard fellow, can't remember his name off the top of my head, is a pretty darn good songwriter and a very good keyboard writer. So I went back to my students at school. I said, oh, we can write one of those very, very quickly. So I said, let me just bang one of these out quickly. So this song by The Courage of Wallace, I smashed this out in, I don't know, about a couple of hours at the most. Here it is. Courage of William Wallace. And it you know, we played it at school and things in a school concert, and I kind of gradually admitted that it was me that wrote it. People said, oh, you should publish that. You should definitely publish that. So I have not published that. It's just one of the ones, but it's on my website, Music-Stave, www.music-stave, music-stave. It's on the first page, the landing page. You'll find it there. why hesitate to publish? Well, because you think, well, how am I going to publish this? Because in those days you had to send the manuscript up to a publisher. The publisher would look at it and say, why are you sending this to us? We haven't got any time to engrave your work, because it had to be done reverse engraved and all sorts of complicated ways of doing that. So anyway, so I crawled back into my creative hole. You end up with disappointment. And so what you've got to do is look at the smiling cat and come back and start fighting and say, I will prevail, and be more creative. Or something like that. The creativity thing, Beethoven, as I said earlier on, was so active in promoting his own work. Every day he'd write another thing. So by the time he died, he had this stack of music. He hadn't got round to actually doing the music for it. And he was sadly taken at the age of 57 in very poor health. And so his musical journey wasn't as straightforward as one might think. So what I've done now is I've re-recorded that piece of music. I've never done the score to that one, but I'm going to release it as a single because I think it's got a kind of catchiness to it, which I like. And it's got these French horns, which one of my great former students, Dominic Nuns, played the horns on this. French horns, absolutely brilliant, and it just sounds very noble. It sounds very Scottish, and these things develop. And so this thing became, instead of just like a slight against ABBA, saying, oh, ABBA's no good, they just wrote this silly song called Arrival, I've written a much better one. Well, it's not better, but it's just different. So, and here it is again. Well, if you like it, you might want to listen to it on my website, www.music-stave.com. It's on the very first landing page. It's called The Courage of Wallace, as he's marching down the causeway to meet a terrible, terrible fate, killing thousands of English people and losing his own people too at the same time. Enough of that. Well, I think we're up to 10 minutes, so it must be time. Now we've got soft prune.